discuss this with Mohamad Elmasry. He's a professor of media studies at the Doha Institute for Graduate Studies, and he joins us now from Doha. Thank you so much for your time. So firstly, let's just have a look at these talks between Hamas and Fatah, two groups who haven't always been on the same page. But what would have been top of the agenda for their discussions recently in Egypt?
Well, I think they're going to have to come to agreement on some of the big ticket items in that Trump 20-point proposal. You'll remember that after Trump's plan was made public, Hamas said that it was within its purview to handle or make decisions on some of the items in the 20-point plan, but that there were other items that were broader and that concerned Palestinians as a whole. And so they're going to want to hash some of that out. There are issues related to governance, the names of technocrats that will be agreed upon to govern Gaza in the coming phase, assuming we get there. There are going to be discussions about the Israeli withdrawal. Israel, of course, is proposing, along with the United States, to remain in about 20% of the Gaza Strip. I think there will also be discussions about this international stabilization force. Israel has already made it known that it will not accept certain actors, most notably Turkey, to be part of that force. And finally, I think they're going to have to talk about this issue of disarmament. I think that's going to be probably the stickiest point. And obviously Israel and Hamas have strong disagreements there. But I think the first kind of priority is for the Palestinians themselves to come to an agreement about where these arms go.
And when it comes to the Palestinian factions themselves, and you mentioned the issue of arms, which Hamas has said they're not willing to do right now. But if there was this disarmament from Hamas, where does that leave them as a group? Would they then just be a political group as a whole? Would they still be able to function if they weren't in control of the Gaza Strip?
Well, all of that remains to be seen. It's not exactly clear. But what Hamas is saying is that, yeah, it's not willing to disarm, in part because Israel actively arms gangs, collaborator gangs inside of the Gaza Strip, and Israel carries out regular, routine attacks on Gaza, whether it's a wartime or not. So from Hamas's perspective, it doesn't make any sense to disarm. But they have said that they are willing to disarm in the sense of transferring weapons to a legitimate Palestinian government authority so that the Palestinians are not left completely defenseless. So these are some of the details that they're going to, first of all, have to work out, I think, with other Palestinian factions. And let's not forget that Hamas does not have a monopoly on arms in Gaza. So there's going to have to be agreement between multiple armed factions, and also, I think, the Palestinian Authority before something can ever be agreed upon with the United States and Israel.
Yeah, there's certainly so much to have to work out as this moves forward. We're going to have to leave it there. Professor Elmasry, good to get your analysis, though. Thank you very much.
Thanks.